Dear friends, welcome to Civil Conclave presentation. Today, we are going to discuss about what is rain harvesting, what are the benefits, and what are the procedures to be adopted to do the rainwater harvesting system. What is rain harvesting? First of all, rain harvesting is a system which collect the rainwater generated runoff from the catchment, that is terraces and etc., which the water flows into the bodies to provide water for immediate utilization or subsequent utilization by storing in storage things. In a layman terms, water harvesting is the direct collection of the rainwater. There are two methods of rain harvesting system known as surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Although the three-fourths of the water, a minute amount is available for a human consumption or irrigation. Moreover, due to the climate changes and the population, there is a lack of potable water resources such as rivers, lakes, etc. The global problem is rapid industrialization and disposal of the chemical waste into the water bodies, which leads the pollution of the freshwater resources. On the other side, rainwater is the only supply of fresh water left. To deal with this crisis, water harvesting has been adopted. Moreover, Mahatma Gandhi says the earth, the land, and the water is not an inheritance from our forefathers, but on loan from our children. So we have to hand it over the next generation, which was handed over to given to us. Purpose of the rainwater harvesting. What are the purpose of the rainwater? To serve domestic use of drinking, watering, garden. To landscape irrigation without a filtration, especially in dryland farming. To increase groundwater recharge, which further increase soil fertility. To reduce stormwater discharges, urban floods, overloading sewage treatment plants. Save the fresh surface water free of fertilizers, pesticides, metals, and other sediments. To reduce seawater ingress in coastal area. Besides methods of the rainwater harvesting, the surface runoff, it reduces the soil erosion. It also reduces the water consumption by 40%. 68% of the cultivated area in agricultural land belongs to the dry land, which contributes 44% of the total food production. Rainwater harvesting system. There are mainly two methods of the rainwater harvesting. One is surface rainwater harvesting. Second is rooftop rainwater harvesting. Surface top harvesting. The system is most suitable in urban area where the rainwater flow along the ground during the rainy season, which will be collected and stored in a water storage tank. The flow also tributaries of rivers and reservoirs is reduced to store the surface runoff. The surface runoff is generally stored in ponds, tanks, reservoirs. During the storage of the rainwater, efficient and effective water conservation method, that is reducing evaporation, etc., are incorporated. Several methods are taken to sustain the healthy and hygienic water. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. The image will explain you how the rooftop rainwater harvesting has been carried out. Rooftop rainwater harvesting can be adapted and implemented in individual schools, hospitals, etc. The water which is collected from the rooftop area will be stored in the tank, which is known as a rooftop rainwater harvesting. Harvester rainwater can be stored in the tank or diverted to the artificial recharge system, which can meet our needs such as using toilets, washing machine, washing vessels, bath, etc. The system can be installed in the following places: residential homes and bungalows, schools, colleges, educational institutions, apartments, multi-story buildings, government buildings, industries, factories, and many more other areas. Catchment. The catchment is the rainwater harvesting system. Is a surface area which receives the rainfall direct from the rain. It can be a terrace, country yard, or paved or an open ground. Transportation. Rainwater from the rooftop is carried to the harvesting system from gutters through water pipes and drains. The mouth each drain should be surmounted by a wire mesh to restrict unwanted materials flowing into it. Water pipes must be UV resistant to the desired capacity. First flush. Water received in the first shower is a flush-off type device. First flush. This is essential to avoid contamination in storage from vast containment of atmosphere and catchment roof. Hence, it helps cleaning stilts and other material deposited on the roof during a dry season. In addition, provision of the first rain separator should be made at the outlet of each drain pipes. After flushing, rainwater is passed through the filter. Filter. There is a skepticism about rainwater harvesting from the rooftop due to the perception that rainwater may contaminate groundwater if a proper filter mechanics is not adopted. Filters are used for removing turbidity, color, microorganisms from the water. Gravel, sand, mesh pillar are designed to place on top of the storage tank, which will remove the silt, dust, leaves, and other organic materials from entering the storage tank. Filter media should be cleaned daily after rainfall. Clogged filters are not suitable for the purpose. The sand or a gravel media should be taken out, washed, and replaced by the filter. Different types of filters which has been used in the rainwater harvesting systems are as sand gravel filter, charcoal filter, PVC pipe filter, and a sponge filter. Sand gravel filter. You can see from the image. See, this is a rainwater intake. Then there is a sand, aggregate, and the pebbles. Then the filtered rainwater go away. Generally, the procedure, it is a solid granular media which consists of sand, gravel, and pebble. Media less than 2 mm in diameter in sand, and anything larger is referred as a gravel. The rainwater flow directly flow through the sand, which used to pass the single pass filter. However, gravel is used for recirculating filters which can accommodate. Charcoal filter. Here you can see 10 mm gravel layer, then comes the charcoal layer, then sand layer, then gravel layer. Charcoal filter. It's an extended form of sand gravel filter which serves the purpose of absorbing odor apart from unnecessary material. It consists of 25 cm of gravel layer, 25 centimeter of sand layer, 10 centimeter of a charcoal layer, and 10 centimeter of a gravel layer, where each layer is been separated. Then comes to the PVC pipe filter. You can here see that there's a rainwater intern and it goes to the PVC outlet. Then it goes to the clean water outlet. From the name, you should have understood that this filter is made of PVC pipe, which is to the length of 1 to 1.2 meter. The dimension of a pipe per square foot area is mentioned below. For a 1500 square feet, you require 6 inches. Greater than 1500 square feet, you require 8 inches. The pipe has a 3 compartment, each of them filled with gravel and sand alternatively. The grants and sand layer is separated by a layer of charcoal. The size of the filter has been reduced to the size of the inlets and outlets at the end. PVC can be placed horizontally or vertically. Then comes sponge filter. You can see the water intel. It is a plastic barrel. Clean water outlet is been there. Charcoal pieces, coarse sand, gravel layer, holes in the pipe so that water can flow all the direction. Sponge filter consists of a PVC drum having a layer of a sponge in the middle of the drum, usually suit for a residential units. Methods of rainwater harvesting. Storage of direct use. In this method, the rainwater is collected from the roof of the building and diverted to the storage tank. The capacity of the storage tank designed as per the requirement, waterfall, and the catchment area. It is mandatory to have a mesh filter at the entry point so that all unwanted materials can be stopped entering in the rainwater harvesting system. Apart from this, an excess water flow system is attached to the tanks. This excess water is collected, has been transported to the recharge system. The main advantage of this system is to save energy incurred on transportation and distribution of the water at the doorstep. Recharging groundwater. The rainwater flows to drain into various kinds of structure that percolates the rainwater into the ground instead of flowing onto the ground. The recharging methods being utilized as follows. Recharging of borewell. Rainwater collected from the rooftop of the building, diverted through the drain pipes to a filtration tank, from where water is diverted to the borewells and ponds, etc. etc. Leftover borewells can also be used for a recharge. The design of the filtration tank is based on the area of a catchment, intensity of the rainfall, and the recharge rate. So the first 2 showers should be flushed through a rain separator to avoid a contamination. Recharge pits. Recharge pits can be any size, rectangular, circular, etc. etc. The top of the pit is covered with the perforated covers, whereas the bottom pit is filled with the filter media. Here you can see the water has been coming down, and here the filter media. This is any type of size. The water has been coming in. Recharge trenches are suitable where the upper impervious layer of the soil is shallow. That means small houses, apartments, etc. A trench excavated on the ground, which is refilled with porous materials like pebbles, boulders, or a brick bag. For productive percolation, borewells can also be inserted inside the trench as a recharge shaft. The expected amount of runoff decide the length of the truss. Soakway or recharge set. Here you can see that soakway. The place where the upper soil is alluvial and less previous. Usually the design of the borehole is 30 centimeter in diameter with a 10 to 15 meter depth. To prevent the collapse, vertical size bores are lined with PVC or MS pipe. Some filled with filter media is constructed at the top. Here you can see the flush wall. This is a recharge well. Perforated pipe with a nylon mesh. Here the impervious layer. Here porous formation. Here in this recharge well you will be having a bubbles and everything. Porous estimation, and then the water has been just recharging the borewell. Percolation bore pit. Percolation bore pit artificially created surface water body submerging a land area with adequate permeability to facilitate sufficient percolation to recharge the groundwater. Here you can see the images, the things, vent, sand, blue metal, pebbles. Okay. It has been from 15 to 30 feet. Okay. This is a 5 inches pipe, this is a 9 inches pipe, and pebble pack. So here, what has been collected, the stored water can be directly used for gardening and purpose other than the drinking. Summary of what we have presented and what we learned so far. What was the purpose of rainwater harvest? To serve the domestic use with a proper treatment, to serve the landscape irrigation, to increase groundwater recharge, which further increases soil fertility, to reduce stormwater discharges, urban floods, etc. What is the roof water harvesting? The system is most suitable in urban area where the rainwater flowing along the ground during the rains will be collected and designated water storage. The flow of tributaries of rivers or reservoir is redirected to store of the surface runoff. What is the methods of rainwater harvesting method? Surface runoff, rooftop rainwater. Thank you for watching this presentation. Kindly subscribe, like and share, which will motivate me for a further good presentation. In case of any queries, kindly write to civilconclave@gmail.com or at my Telegram groups, which has been link has been shown below. Thank you for watching this presentation. Kindly subscribe, like and share. Thank you once again.